Hello, welcome to Elemental Presence. My name is Peyton. Hopefully you're having a wonderful day and time. Today, I'll be discussing and showing a video tutorial on Chandra Namaskar, which is a moon salutation that is a wonderful complement to your sun salutation practice in yoga. As we know, Surya Namaskar, Surya means sun, Namaskar means salutation or with deep reverence or respect. Chandra, moon, Namaskar, salutation or deep reverence and respect. Surya Namaskar, as we know, warms up the body. Chandra Namaskar prepares the body to cool down, to slow it down. Usually this is done during the end of a yoga practice or towards the end of the yoga practice. The cool down period can also be done in the evening. There are plenty of different ways to do the Chandra Namaskar out there, but I'll just show you a way that I was taught through my yoga teacher training and also throughout my yoga practice for many years. Before you do so, remember to create your space. And secondly, do a light warm-up before you do Chandra Namaskar, just to become aware of your body, become aware of your lung capacity. So I invite you right now, before we move further into this instructional video on Chandra Namaskar, is to get a sense of your body awareness. Have your props, a block or two, strap, maybe some pillows, anything else based on your current body awareness. And you can range that from 1 to 10. 1 being the most restrictive, 10 being the most freeing of your body awareness. I would also like for you, as you are breathing, before we move on, get a sense of what is your lung capacity. Again, 1 being the most restrictive, 10 being the most free. Just take some time right now. Body awareness, lung capacity awareness, and do a nice little warm-up. I have previous videos on how to create space for your yoga practice or any sort of meditative movement practice. I also have example videos of a Qigong warm-up that I do pretty regularly, as well as a traditional yoga warm-up that Qigong is a great complement to. Anyways, thank you for watching. Let's move into the instructional video in time. Chandra Namaskar. Chandra Namaskar. Best to do it with the horizontal mat. We're facing in a horizontal direction. We'll start in mountain pose. Just again, allowing the body to integrate into the earth. We inhale. Nice deep inhale. We lift. Gaze up. Hands mindfully touch. And I'll be starting to the left. So exhale. We're shifting the hips to the right as the arms go to the left. Gaze is usually nice and neutral. If it's too much on the neck, engage that core. Lower down the head if need be, or you can look up. We have a variety of different options here. And I usually like flossing first before diving deep into a posture. So we inhale back up, exhale, shift over. Just a nice little floss. Inhale. Exhale. I'll usually do a flossing about 3 times. So inhale. 3 or 4 times. Exhale. One more time. Inhale. And exhale. 4. Inhale up. Now for the 5th time, we will then hold for about 3 breaths here. Inhaling and exhaling, just making sure you're engaging that core to protect the spine. sensing the extension within the right oblique and the crunching or compression in a good way within the left oblique. Side body. Just release that jaw. Inhale up. And then exhale, as we bring our hands down, we're going to gently step into our goddess or godness pose. So here, goddess or godness pose, we have the knees in the direction of the feet and the toes. The feet are just slightly pointed out. Toes slightly pointed out, about 45 degrees. We don't want the feet all the way outside, or it's going to compromise the hips, like I was doing, just as a demonstration of what not to do. Here it's just right about 45 degrees in a sumo-like stance. Again, knees over ankles and going the same direction as the toes. Spine and nice and elongated. Engaging that core in yoga. It's not necessarily always mentioned, but I always like to demonstrate, as well as say, engage your core. Bring that belly back towards the spine. The core gives us power, as well as our legs, but the core is where we get our stability, our balance, our power. That's where that solar plexus is stored. All right? So we inhale, we lift. 5-pointed star, we're flossing. Reach, 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 reach. Exhale. We floss for 4 times. Inhale. Exhale. Making sure that those are cactus arms in goddess pose, godness pose. Inhale. Exhale. Elbows are just gently, slightly back, engaging the shoulder blades and the rhomboids. One more time. Inhale. Exhale. This time we're going to hold. Inhale. Exhale into godness. Goddess. Hold here for about 3 breaths. See if you can see it a little bit deeper if you can. Inhale. And exhale. Really engage those quads. Engage those hamstrings. They should really be talking to you. Inhale. Pressing those knees just gently out and over in the direction of the toes. Inhale one more time. Exhale. This time, inhale, we straighten. And so we shifted. We were facing the left. So we're just going to gently take that right foot and point. So it's as if we were going to move into a warrior 2. This time we can take our block or blocks, have it right next to our left ankle. We're gently going to do some nice gentle shoulder movements with the body. So we're flossing, shifting forward, shifting back, and really making sure that those feet, as if you were in warrior 2, they're on railroad tracks. So one is 90 degrees. So it creates that nice little right triangle, all right, with the body. All right. So we shift forward. Hands, arms, nice and elevated shoulder height. Nothing above. Nice and equilibrium. Inhale. We straighten that knee. Shift forward. Inhale, shift back. I'm gazing at the camera so I can see you. But you can gaze over that middle power finger or pointer finger, desire finger. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. All right. Inhale. And then exhale. We plant our hand onto that block, or it can be at the ankle. So we look up for triangle. And if you find that the arm is too much, or that maybe you have had shoulder surgery, or just something with the shoulders, just remember you can always bend the hand into the chest or into the ribs. So then it's a lot easier, a lot less pressure onto that shoulder, and you can still open up. And if it's too much, you can maybe let it down, just dangle and press. If you want a little bit more, but still not as intense necessarily with the hand up, you can always take a nice little bind for just a gentle little twist. Planting your hand onto the block, we want to make sure that the hips are nice and aligned. Making sure that the neck is nice and loose. You can look down and up. One more breath. Inhale. And exhale. Constantly breathe. We'll do another one. Inhale. And exhale. Pressing, pressing, pressing. Squeezing. Inhale. And exhale. All right. This time we're going to gently bring our hand down. Gaze is to the earth. You can take that block, move it away. Just keep it near. Bring that back foot closer in. We're now on parallel railroad tracks here. All right. Hips shift back, so energy back. Chest nice and elongated, not rounded, nice and elongated. So draw that belly back towards the spine. Gaze right out in front. Pyramid pose. You can either hang here, or if you would like, you can take that block and maybe plant. If I had 2 blocks, I would plant both my hands next to the block. You can also grab the calf and shift down. Nice pyramid pose, really slowly inhaling and exhaling. Inhaling, exhaling, inhaling and exhaling. All right. We gently lift up and we bring our hands down to the ground, to the earth, or to a block. We gently bring that back knee down. All right. And again, you can use your block here. We're coming into a nice low lunge, low crescent lunge. All right. Crescent lunge. Thinking about the moon cycle here. So we gently can stay here. Inhale and exhale. If you want something a little bit more active, just gently we can come up into rising crescent lunge here. Not a high crescent lunge, just rising here. And we gently adjust that back knee a little bit farther so we can bring the energy into the earth and it meets us there. Draws us up. Just really sense it and feel it right in this hip flexor here. All right? Having that knee right over that ankle, we lift. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. And exhale. We release down. And if you're just gently here on the earth, we gently bring that back foot in. And we start rotating this left foot, just gently pivoting it, gently into our Skandasana. Now, Skandasana has a couple of different layers here, all right? Skandasana, this is a full-on Skandasana here. This can be a bit much for the knees, depending on who you are. Individual anatomy is different. So this is low, full form Skandasana, if you wanted to add the balance to it as well. But for most, it may be best to do a Skandasana where you're with the block. It can also be mid Skandasana, or it can be high Skandasana. All right? You choose. You can lift up that foot if you want, if you're in high Skandasana, or not. All right? So find what works best for you. We're going to hold this for about 3 breaths. Inhale. And exhale. Really activate those hamstrings, those legs. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Releasing the hands down. This can be a bit activating. We're moving into our yogi squat. So you gently shift towards the center and move into your yogi squat. Highly recommend, if this is too much, sit on a block. Remember, your block is at varying heights. Sometimes I even forget about that. Low, I can do medium. I can also do high, depending on the day, depending on what I want, depending on my anatomy. Really allow, again, just like in Godness pose or Goddess pose, toes pointed out. Knees are going over. We're pressing through the triceps into the inner thigh. Elongating the spine, dropping the shoulders back. Do your best not to crunch. If you're starting to crunch, rounding that back, I highly recommend to sit on a block or even a cushion. Inhale. Exhale, draw that belly back. Protecting that spine. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Gently shift over now to the right leg. So now we're moving into our halfway point. All right. So inhale. Skandasana on the right side. Again, remember your options. Block, traditional Skandasana, maybe different on this side. You can also do medium or high level Skandasana. Hold here for 3 breaths. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Really squeeze through the hamstrings. Squeeze. Activate that foot. That left foot. Inhale. And exhale. One more inhale. And exhale. Gently pivot that foot. We're now moving into a low crescent lunge. All right. Again, options with the block. This is just on the right side, so it's just mirroring. Just as we see with the moon cycle, it's a mirror moving from the waxing to the waning to the gibbous. To the gibbous and to the crescents, to the full, to the new. So it's just the polar opposites that bring us into harmony. Holding here for 3 breaths. Inhale and exhale. Again, more activation, lift up. Making sure that that knee is over that ankle. Really drive in with the hamstring, with the hip flexor, the hamstring. And press, just press, activate, press. Inhale. And exhale. One more time, inhale. And exhale, lower down. Beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. We now come up, engage that core, come up. Bring that back foot slightly back, railroad track, pyramid pose. All right. Yeah. Forward, nice little flat back if you can, as best you can. We move into our pyramid pose. You can also fold over that calf. Just do your best to not necessarily round fully. Really engage those hips back, working those hamstrings, working the calf. Inhale and exhale. Inhale, activate those shoulders, draw them back. Inhale, belly back. Exhale, protecting that lower back. One more, inhale and exhale. We gently shift up and we move into our triangle, the right side. So we're just going to come back to that flossing for some of these deeper poses. Inhale, shift forward and back. Shift forward, inhale and back. Again, use your block near the ankle. Shift forward, inhale, shift back. Forward and back. Gaze over that power finger. Inhale forward. And then we lower down. Exhale. Triangle. Remember your options. Bring that left hand down to the rib or to the pectoral. can also be a bind behind, or you can dangle it here if the arm is too much, or it can be just right at the side. Opening, opening. Deeply inhale and exhale. Inhale, exhale. Just sensing the opening. Inhale. One more time. Inhale and exhale. Gently inhale back up. And we move into our goddess godness pose. Toes, feet pointed out 45 degrees. Knees go out, same with the toes. Inhale. And exhale. Flossing, moving from 5-pointed star down to goddess, godness. Inhale, lift up. Exhale. Pressing out the knees over. Inhale. Exhale. Cooling down the body. Inhale. Exhale. Remembering those shoulders, those elbows, cactus. Nice 90 degrees. Slightly big. Bring it back. Inhale. This time we're going to lower down fully into goddess. Godness. Exhale. And if this is too much, that's okay. Just continue to floss. Breathe. Inhale. And exhale. 3 breaths. Inhale. Exhale. Really sink in and bring those knees out over in the direction of the toes. Spine nice and elongated. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale back up. Beautiful. We bring our feet back in. Time. Start with the left, and this time we're going to bring our hands to the right for full completion. Inhale. Shifting hips to the left, arms over to the right. We're going to floss 4 times. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. Exhale. More time. Inhale. Exhale. Sink in. Gaze can be down or gaze can be up or neutral. And what works best is to decrease that tension within the neck, engaging that core, and to protect that back. And deep breaths. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. One more. Inhale. And exhale. Slowly inhale. Come back to mountain pose. Now come back to your body awareness. Range from 1 to 10. Compare the number from the very beginning. Take a nice deep inhale in. Exhale. Off the mouth with an or back out through the nose. Take some time to understand your lung capacity at this time. 1 to 10. And compare that to the number at the beginning. Thank you for enjoying and watching this tutorial instructional video on moving through Chandra Namaskar, Moon Salutation. Check out my other videos. And there'll be videos with just breathing exercises on the movements and flows. So again, this is instructional. There'll be a complement video up on the page soon, if not already, depending on when you're watching. Thank you so much. And again, my name is Peyton, and thank you for watching Elemental Presence. Please click that subscribe button if you would like. Thank you so much. Namaste. Namaste.